The subject today is wisdom, the wisdom from above. Now, James has already talked about wisdom in chapter 1. He said that if any of you lacks wisdom in the midst of a trial, let him ask of God, who gives to all men generously and without reproach. And then in this passage, after talking about the tongue, he says this, who was wise and understanding among you? By his good conduct, let him show his works in the meekness of wisdom. But if you have bitter jealousy and selfish ambition in your hearts, do not boast and be false to the truth. This is not the wisdom that comes down from above, but is earthly, unspiritual, and demonic. For where jealousy and selfish ambition exist, there will be disorder in every vile practice. Now, James begins to talk about wisdom. Not simply wisdom as something that you gain through your years or wisdom as something that you gain through your experience, but how does wisdom look in the life of a believer? Well, the first thing he says is, this is what wisdom does not look like. Look at what he says. He says that if you have bitter jealousy and selfish ambition in your hearts, do not boast and be false to the truth. If you are a person who is bitter and jealous and selfish, he's saying you are living according to the wisdom of this world. That is not the wisdom of God. God's wisdom, because it's His Spirit that drives it through His Word, begins to produce in us a righteousness and a meekness and a kindness that only God can produce. Folks that are bitter and folks that are jealous and folks that are selfish are simply proving that the wisdom that they are pursuing and the wisdom that they are gaining is not the wisdom of God. He says that is not the wisdom from above. He said where jealousy and selfish ambition exists, there's disorder and every vile practice. But he then says, but the wisdom from above is pure and peaceable and gentle and open to reason and full of mercy and good fruits. So let me ask you this question today. If you were to have another that knows you best characterize your life, would they characterize you as a selfish? Would they characterize you as a jealous or as a vile type of a person? Or would they characterize you as a person like this, one who is pure and gentle and open to reason and full of mercy and sincere? One of those is the wisdom of this world and the other is the wisdom of God. Which wisdom is being produced in your life today? Is it the wisdom of the world or is it the wisdom of God?